And new heroes will be born today. ABC Sports presents the Washington Redskins, the National Football Conference champions, against the Denver Broncos, the American Football Conference champions. In Super Bowl XXII, live from San Diego Jack Murphy Stadium. Welcome to San Diego and Super Bowl XXII, the Washington Redskins and the Denver Broncos. We are live from San Diego, California on a spectacularly beautiful day for football. The crowd is getting into it. A tremendous pregame show leading up to the football game itself. And the two teams about ready to take the field. And the Redskins, the National Football Conference champions, are coming out onto the football field. Gifford, we are delighted you are with us. Welcome to all of you who are watching this game from overseas, and a very special welcome to all of our servicemen and our servicewomen. Well, the hoopla, the hype, the media hype has died down a little bit, at least for a few hours, even though we have a few jets that are going to fly by, and we have about 44 Rockettes at halftime. But right now it's time for the players to take center stage. They have handled the hoopla here in San Diego very well because they have been here before, but the only real quiet time they have had is the past couple of hours when they have been alone in their locker room. And that's when a football player likes to get his mind together, get mentally ready to play the game. They know they can do it physically, but this is the alone time when they deal with their fears. They deal with their self-doubts, their aspirations, and their hopes. And then it's that long walk down that tunnel. Then all of a sudden you're out onto the football field, your team once again, and you know you're ready to play. There's still some cotton in the mouth and there's some butterflies in the stomach, but you know with the first contact, that will disappear. Right now, the Denver Broncos getting ready to come out of the football field. Let's join my colleague, Al Michaels.
Frank, the Denver Broncos making their second consecutive Super Bowl appearance. Last year, even though they were blown out, as it turned out, by the Giants 39-20, they led at halftime, 10-9. So here they are, back in the Super Bowl again. And you know, when you look at teams that reach the Super Bowl, there are normally turning points and critical junctures in their season. For Denver, it's very easy. Go back to the middle of November. They were coming off a terrible loss to Buffalo. They were 4-3-1 going into a Monday night game against Chicago, and they were third behind San Diego and Seattle in their own division. But that was the night Chicago missed a couple of extra points, and Jim McMahon was bested by John Elway, who was sensational. And from that point on, Denver rolled. They won 8 out of 9. There is not quite as clear a turning point in the Washington season, but Joe Gibbs felt the most important point of the year was late in November. They were down to the New York Giants, who'd beaten them 3 times last year, 19-3. Came from behind at RFK to win. Ironically, the man who led them from behind is on the bench today, Jay Schrader. So for Washington, with the quarterback controversy, the changing of running backs, it's been a bumpy and turbulent and seatbelt kind of ride, but a very safe landing here in San Diego. Well, over the past 2 weeks, everybody in the free world and beyond has analyzed and given you their predictions, and now with the kickoff just minutes away, Dan Dierdorf gets the last word. What does each team have to do to win this game, Dan?
Al, I don't think the last word has to be something new. As a matter of fact, I think the last word on this game has to go back to basics. And I think, you know, I was a lineman. I believe in whoever controls the line of scrimmage is going to win this ball game. John Elway for Denver, extremely talented, but he can't win this game if he's flat on the back. Denver has the ball. I want to look at a couple matchups during the course of today's game. Right off the bat, it's Dexter Manley and Dave Studdard. Now, Dan Reeves likes this matchup because he thinks Studdard plays best against a defensive end with a lot of speed. That's Manley. On the other side, it's Charles Mann and Ken Lanier. And keep in mind, the last time these two teams met last year in a 31-30 Denver win, Charles Mann had 3 sacks in that ball game, And he's the man on the spot because when John Elway scrambles, more often than not, he scrambles to his right towards Charles Mann. Okay, now Washington has the ball, and we all know about the Hogs and George Rogers and Timmy Smith. They're going to slam it in there. Let's spotlight really a small nose tackle by the name of Greg Cragen. Only 245 pounds. You wonder whether he can hold his own. But I think back to the last time the Redskins played in a Super Bowl, a 245-pounder by the name of Reggie Kinlaw really disrupted the Redskins. Here's the deal. The time is done for the players to talk. It's time for them to play my favorite time. And let's meet the starting lineups for both these clubs. And for that, back to my colleague, Al Michaels.